A very good afternoon to one and all present here. It is a great pleasure and privilege for me to welcome you all to the webinar on Engineering to Industry, organized by the Research and Development Cell of St. Anne's College of Engineering and Technology. We are indeed fortunate to have with us today Mr. R. Nachiyappan, Deputy General Manager, Design and Engineering, Larsen and Toubro Limited, Defense IC, Hazira, Surat. We welcome him wholeheartedly to host the webinar. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
It's my distinct privilege to welcome our Honorable Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Y. A. Sithangam, and our beloved Principal, Dr. R. Arokyadas, who have always led us into new initiatives with their constant support and motivation. Welcome you, Mother. Welcome you, sir. I welcome Reverend Sister Dr. A. Anita, Convener, Research and Development Cell of our institution. Her efforts and support to arrange this webinar is very notable. I welcome you, sister. I wholeheartedly welcome all the heads of various departments, R&D cell members, faculty of all the departments, and all registered participants and my dear students for this webinar. Now it is time to introduce our chief guest and resource person for the webinar on engineering to industry. We have amongst us Mr. R. Nachiyappan, who is currently the Deputy General Manager of Design and Engineering Department in Larsen and Toubro Limited, Defense IC, Hazira, Surat. He has graduated as mechanical engineering with distinction. He has completed his management development program equivalent to executive MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. He also completed postgraduate in project management. He has the total experience of about 18 years in which he has spent nearly 15 years in L&T. He has started his career in 2003 from Sharpline Automation Private Limited and then in Blue Star, and currently he is in L&T. He worked in different portfolio like design, engineering, shop floor, site representative, and project management. He was an active member in defense project for Navy and armor vehicles in nation building projects. He has worked with customers like Indian Navy and Army for many confidential projects. He is a top TEP finalist in Accelero 2018, which is an innovation and new product development initiative. He is also spending his personal time for the development of rural peoples through corporate social responsibility program like supporting HIV children, conducting sports in a rural area, educating rural children through online classes. It's indeed a pleasure and privilege to introduce a person of such high standard to the audience. On behalf of the management, faculty, and students, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Once again, I welcome you all. Before I hand over the session to the resource person, here are some instructions to the participants. You are requested to post your queries in chat box. It will be answered at the end of the session. At the end of the session, you will be provided feedback link in chat box. Participants are instructed to verify your own details and then fill the feedback form. Details in the e-certificate cannot be altered once submitted. Then you may receive your e-certificate in your registered mail ID. With no further delay, let me hand over the session to our resource person, Mr. R. Nachiyappan.
Good afternoon. I'm Nachiyappan. I will be taking you all through the webinar Engineering to Industry. I think everyone will be wondering what is this topic mean. Uh, it is an engineering to industry because we all being an engineer first we all proud because we are building the nations. Any other uh, category or working level people like doctors or some other people, they will feel that doctors needs more patient for their economy to grow, and for engineers or even for advocates or someone, they need more patients or criminals or something for their growth. But only in engineering industry, and it is only few industries like engineering and catering are few industries which will always look for a economic to grow. That's why engineering field has came up. So I would like to take you all what is mean by engineering to industry, how the students will perceive when they are starting from being engineering and when they are coming to the industry. So I'll first go through you all to dream jobs. What is that mean? And what is the corporate companies and multinational companies looks as a new entry students for GETs or PGETs, that is graduate engineering trainees who are entering new to a big companies or even in a small companies. And what are the different varieties of industries? So the first part I will cover in 20 minutes, and related to industry views and all those things I will take you. And then what is the skill level required for each type of, because the whole corporate industry is divided into so many departments, as you all know. I want to take you all through what are the different departments and what is the skill level required and my experience sharing. So I think you all know about me. It was very brief introductions given about me. I am from a deputy general manager from Larsen and Toubro Limited. I am from design and engineering. Uh, as a graduate, I want to be a designer. Finally, uh, I achieved my job. That is a design and engineering field. About my career, I said I completed in 2003 as a short plane automation private limited is the first company. 1 minute. So in 2003, I have completed my BE as a graduate engineer. Then I came to Bombay in search of jobs. And I got a job in Shopline Automation Private Limited. Then after 2 years, I shifted to Blue Star Limited, that is an AC refrigeration manufacturing company, as a product support engineer in R&D department. Then I worked there for 1 year. Then I started my career in L&T in 2006 as for a quest of knowledge. I was searching for where I can implement my search of knowledge, quest for knowledge. Then I found L&T is the best place where my learnings and all my that new things I can innovate, and I can, that will give me the opportunities to take it. So from L&T 2006 I'm continuing so far the last 15 years, which gives food to my thought and for my knowledge experiences. In 2010, I completed project management in MBA, and as a MDP program through company. I want to know how IIM Ahmedabad as a executive level programs, how it looks like, and how we will come to know from the Premier Institute. So I entered in 2015 into IIM Ahmedabad through my college, and completed my MDP programs. That is from Ahmedabad. And 2019, I completed my 2019. I started a corporate social responsibility activities, and that was clearly explained. I was there in different locations like Chennai, Mumbai, Vizag, and I came back to Mumbai again, then Chennai for Shiplift project, which was there in L&T Shipbuilding, Kottapalli. Then again as a project management in Mumbai. Then last 3 years, I am there in Surat. So I shifted my locations in different places to meet the organization needs and all locations. So coming to the this webinar, I will not. I will take you what are the contents which will be seeing in this webinar. One is about the dream job, recruiters view, type of industries, and what are the departments in industries, roles and responsibility of each department, skill level required in each department, and how a person has to perceive from small industry to corporate industry, opportunities after engineering, opportunities to grow in industry, and finally my experience sharing. There are total 10 points which I want to share with you all. So coming to the dream job, everyone doing engineering will have their jobs there. After coming to engineering, your passion and all those things will be to somewhat. I'm just relating to the engineering related jobs. One is through campus placement. Every engineering student will feel I want to be placed through campus placement, or in a multinational company, or in a corporate company, or I want to become a scientist, either in like a ISRO and a big NASA and this kind of locations, and in automobile companies like Ford, Hyundai, so many companies are there, and technology companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, defense company like L&T is also one of the defense company, and Bharat Forge, Mahindra and Mahindra Defense, Tata Defense. So there are so many private defense companies also there, or even defense as a government agencies also there for Army, Navy, Air Force, and a new startup. Some may have an idea for starting a new startup with their own ideas, like businessman and businesswoman, and some will have idea of having a patent on the name. I want to have more patents on my name. So these are all the dream jobs we will be having in our mind. So coming to the, this is not limited to the things which I'm saying. There are more other dream jobs are also available. So if you see from my point of view, dream job and I love my job, what is the two difference? We will come to that later. So dream job is something you have in your mind before taking into the jobs, and I love my job is something once you get into the job you will start loving that job, even you have a different passion and all those things. So that is something which I want to differentiate. But in right now, if we see in most of the organizations, people are coming to the, they have one some dream jobs, but they got one different jobs in their right current profile, but they will never love that job. They will say, okay, I'm coming there, I will do the work as and when required, then I'll complete it and I'll leave. They will not do innovate, they will not find anything, they will not find motivated, they'll just procrastinate, they will find very frustrated. Some peoples are there, so which the percentage of employee I can say there are little high in that case, because they don't want to love that jobs whatever they are doing. And the second category is I love my job. The people have a dream job separately, but they will get a different jobs, but still they love their jobs. They will try to do the activity properly, they will do the works properly, and all activities they will complete on time. They will have a good relationship with all their colleagues. So they will have a good prosper in that company. And dream job peoples are also there in the for example, if a person wants to become a multinational company or through campus placement, if he comes to that, then he also becomes the part of a dream job. So this is a downward trend which we are currently observing in the industry, which is not a good part. And coming to the types of students, so we will see how to eradicate this, how to, we cannot completely remove zero in this part, but we can still reduce from this level to this one, and we can make a downward trend to a upward trend. That we can see how to do it in this webinar for the students. Students, there are different variety. People are different, students are different. Yeah, everyone knows. Some type of students I can say, they will only focus on studying only, they will not think about any other things. And type 2, they will only concentrate on enjoying their activities, going around, going to cinemas, spending time, not thinking about academics, something like that. And type 3 students is a mixed combination. They will enjoy their activity, but also they study the work. So mainly it is in the academic which I want to say what the industry requirement is. Industry is not looking for type 1 and type 2. Industry requirement is a blended engineers, which I highlighted here. What do you mean by blended engineers? It is a type 3, but it can be of any favor. It is a mixed kind of a thing. They want a engineering knowledge, very good academics they want. They want industry knowledge, but it is very difficult. If you want to have a very good academics, you cannot have a extracurricular activities, but still you have to do it. That is the main requirement. And industry knowledge, projects, you should have a very good projects, and you should have very good technology knowledge, and what is the latest technology you also should know, and you should have many skills developed. Currently people are not willing to train the person, they are willing to take the person who already trained it. So that is why the thing, you have to develop your skills. And current affairs, you should know the current problems, what are the skills, because in all the interviews people will ask you to speak about the current issues or something, to see about your English communications, and your, and also your clarity in speech and all those things. And the communication skills plays a major role in all the interview cases. As I said, in the selection process, if you go and see, um, academics is only a 30%. Even if you score 80 90%, it will be only 30%, it will push you into the company, a big companies, corporate and multinational companies. And coming to the projects, whatever the new projects you have taken, that should uh, 20% of the total percentage it will contribute. And the skills developed, it will contribute 20%. What are the skills which I said, we will go in detail. And in-plant training, internship, and knowledge which you know about other details, that contributes 30%. So academic and industrial knowledge, which is the major junk, which I will say, if you are concentrating on that during your engineering studies, it will really help you to have a good lifestyle after engineering. So skills develop. What are the skills you need to develop here? That is a digital. There are a lot of digitalization courses available in the market. I will say, if you see Coursera or Udemy, so there are so many online courses are available. There are free courses are also available in YouTube's and in the online portal, where you can enroll, and along with your friends you can have a shared email ID or shared passwords, and you can, one person can complete it and he can get a name in his name, and yeah, advanced courses, another friend can do it. So this kind of activities can be done. So people, you can reduce the cost by having a shared friends email ID, and you can have a more knowledge about the digitalization courses like Python, C and C++ have become now old. People are now gone into Python, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, and so many things. So the digitalization courses you have to study, and you have to do some. Once you start doing the digitalization courses like Python, you will automatically do your project or something related to the digitalization. It will automatically take you to the higher levels, because the current world is about the digitalization. Second, departments and other related courses. You are in some mechanical or in civil or in electronics, any department, there are department related courses like processing castings for how to make your drawings for civil engineering, and how to make programming, radars and sonar waves for electrical and electronics communications. So these all related courses also you can do it. And computer skills, which I have said, like MS Word, people expect you should be very good at MS Words and Excel files. For, I'll say, for any of your project, if you are making your own project, MS project, if you are typing on your own, then it will always improve your skills. Written and oral skill, yeah, you can do it. Clarity in communications, you always try to develop the clarity in communication. You can have a mobile, you can have a video in front of you, and just record the video and speak about a topic. Then you can play the video again, then you will come to know, okay, whether I'm doing it properly or not, all those things. So this will really improve your communication skills. Presentations, paper presentations, there are so many colleges are having a lot of new programs, so where you can participate there, and you can provide the papers there, and you can be selected there also as a top level. That will really help in the state level and national level, will really add a value to you. Then coming to the implant training and internship knowledges, uh, if you see, normally people start implant training in the third year or in second year. Sir. I'll say after completing in the first year, even in the every semester, if you are having at least 1 week or 2 week leaves after completing every semester, you should start looking for implant training nearby industries. This will really help you because it not only add up in your resume, actually it will help you to understand what are the different industries, what are the, before going into industry you will come to know what is the procedure, how the person goes there, and how they are communicating, how they are respecting their bosses, and what is the dress code policies, and how they are communicating, because all these things will come to know during the implant training. So I will say this is a very good one. This will also help you to know about the problems or any knowledge which you are having in the project. Then months of internship in industry, it always helps, because in 1 month or 2 months also they are giving internships. That is also a sandwich kind of a programs are also there, which also can be looked upon, and you can get trained in this one. And knowledge about current trends, current affairs, and technology, whatever the department you are, whether mechanical, electronics, communications, or in IT, or in civil, you will have a latest technology in your field. So you should be aware about, and you should get more details. That is the thing. And coming to the third one, project, which we have seen most of the people in the engineering level, they are doing a project but for the sake of their academic purposes, which no industry will accept it. Okay, for academic purpose it is okay, but if you want to be placed in the high level call companies, then the project whatever you are doing should be you should know each and every level, what are the, because you should not say this is not my piece of cake. So there are four members are there, okay, he will do this work and I will do this work, other person will do y work. It should not be like that. The person should know everything, but the work can be divided between you. But you should know about your project now, full details. So whenever a person asks in interview, what is about your project? I have seen few people are saying, for example, I recently I have interviewed last day. Last 2 days I was interviewing for GET and PGET, where one PGET persons, he is from mechanical engineering. I don't want to mention that college name. I asked, he did a project in Travelers in piping. I asked him, what is the piping you have used in your project? He said, travelers. Normally, no one will appreciate it. It will give you a wrong picture that you have not done the project. Then, what the impression the interview will get is that you are getting a. If I give you a project to you, then you won't be bothered about the whole level. You have to have a view in the top views, how isometric views you should have, or else it will not be difficult for the person to capture it. And you have to segregate the industries, and which is your best one you have to see, and you have to select the best industry which will suit for you. And you have to start for project, you 1 year before itself you start work on the project, and you have to find and filter the industries. And if anything you have to do new innovations and pattern, that is also you have to see. New innovations can be came only if you are going through a lot of journals and the latest technology which I have said. Then you can also think about making a new innovations, and you can make a patent of your project. Which if you are making a patent of the project, then make sure you will be placed in that company. I am assuring you 100%. And I won't prefer a copied project, because normally most of the people what they do, if the seniors has done some project, they will take that project, just modify some few things, then do the project, which is not a good kind of a thing, which no one agrees. Even you will never get a knowledge about that one. So that is why I say don't copy the project, even if it is a small thing. Try to learn each and everything in your project. And knowledge in project is a very important thing for you to get placed in the higher, bigger industries. Academics, people says academics if you are scoring is the main thing. Yeah, I will also say the same thing. For getting into a bigger companies, only academics is the first step in your career. If you are not scoring best, if you are having more arrears, if you are having not cleared anything, then even after 4 years you have completed, it will be there is a filtrations they used to keep. If a person has failed, then automatically they will not come into interview itself. Their resumes will be automatically rejected in the first half itself. So even if you have tried to clear it in the next year itself, yeah, I have seen most of the people are having arrears in nowadays. But nowadays, even for that, they have kept. You should have cleared that arrears. If you have kept arrears in sixth semester, it should have cleared in the seventh semester. Then they are accepting it. But if you are going more than 2 semesters, then most of the companies they are not accepting. They will simply reject your resume. So this is the one thing which I want to say. And from my point of view, I'll say don't keep arrear itself. Why you want to keep arrears? If you're keeping arrears means that you are not able to complete your work. You are not able to study the work, which is the only work assigned to you. So that is the thing which normally all the interviewer has will be looking for you. So what are the things to do? So student activities. What is that student activities? Not I'm saying other than academic activities. There are so many activities which is there in students. They can take part in lot of cultural programs or in departmental initiatives. They can discuss with their lecturers and they can have make some presentations and they can teach them that kind of activities, and you can use your library and lab and recreation halls. I have seen very less people in my colleges, only few people have used it. Normally for my cases, if you take, there are two libraries. One is library and one is related to journals. For me, the college completes me at 5 o'clock. So 5 to 6 o'clock, my journal department used to close. So I from 5 to 6 I used to spend my time in journalism, so reading about new papers and latest technologies and all those things and recent papers. Then from after 6, then I will go to the library and I will see what are the books and something which I can read, because in home only you can read only the books which you have, but currently you have YouTube and all those things. So once you put in internet, you will get lot of things in your things. You can utilize that in a productive manner. Then second, third one is paper presentations and cultural activities. Paper presentations, people are lagging, which I can say. Students have to improve their presentations. So once it will be difficult. You go to the library or you go online, search how the papers are looking like, and you make your own presentations. And along with your team members discuss, and then it will in few cases it may get rejected. Don't worry, you apply for thousands colleges. I think 500 colleges in Tamil Nadu. At least in 5 colleges you will get. So be prepared for that. That is really help you to take it further and lead a small group. That I want to say. See, normally what happens, you normally have a friends group. I will say, in the friends group you have to have a discussion, a productive discussion about the subjects. So before exams you can discuss about the topic and you can take, and okay, what is the latest technology? Okay, I have seen in internet it was like this. Okay, in this company this has been done. Okay, this kind of a discussion. And if you're leading a small group, it will always help in you to share one's experience with the others experience. It will really help and share the learnings. Normally, people think if I share something, then I will not, the other person will try to learn from you. That is a wrong perception. I will say if you share more the things you repeat it, then the more you have in your knowledge. In my college days, I used to do engineering drawings, but whenever I'm doing, I was very good in my engineering drawing. But how it became, I was very good, I will say, I used to teach others, not only my in first year, not only to my department members, because engineering drawing was common to all departments, to all the members, because engineering drawing comes to all the members. So I used to teach all the members in my hostels how the engineering drawings will look like and how to view it, what is the first angle, what is the third angle. So automatically what happened, once I start teaching my student, my friends, automatically I got memory in my brain. So whenever a person asks me in sleep also, I will get up and I will say, okay, this is the view, and whatever the view, the drawings they will give you, I used to make a drawing for them, front view, top view. So that I have learned in college days. So sharing is the thing that will really help you. 50% academics you spend and 50% you have to spend in other activities. Other activities means I'm saying related to productive purpose, not for unproductive purpose. So don't go and tell to your parents or some other. Today, Nachiyappan, one person from company L&T came and he told me that 50% only I have to spend in academics, 50% other activities. So total 4 hours I am in home. So out of 2 hours I'll study and the other 2 hours I'll go roam and anywhere and go cinemas. Don't tell like that. I'm saying 50% other activities. I mean 50% for your library, paper presentations, learnings, and discussing with your students, all those things, searching industries. And other seventh point which I want to say is speak to faculties. Normally people will afraid of speaking to faculties. Any professors or assistant professors or associate professors, anyone is coming in the steps. I have seen in my college, they will take a u-turn and they will go off in the different directions. People are afraid of seeing even the professor face itself. I will say that is the wrong thing. You have to wisdom. You have to have a good communication with your professors because they are their steps for you to go grow up. They will tell because they have seen so many students. They will tell what is the thing to do, what is the thing correct thing. So I will say you have to speak to the faculties. Then only you have a good. And the eighth point is use internet for productive purpose, which I said a productive purpose. I think everyone knows productive purpose means which will support you for your education things, academics things, for your engineering things. And don't use internet only for watching Big Boss and serials and for new films and all those things. Use internet for other productive purpose like seeing what is the industry. Go to the L&T website, go to Tata website and see what is the new product they have launched, what is the different departments they have. So this will really help you and learn something new every day. This line I like very much. And I used to tell to all the members who are joining L&T as a new member, I used to tell them, you every day, even for the it applies for the engineering students, you have to learn every something and new every day. That means you make a note and what is the new thing which I have learned today. That you have to note down in your diary or in your laptop. And maintain learning diary in system, which I said. Then publish your project work. Try to find if you are going through journals and all those things, you will come to know what are the project work and you can publish it through that journals itself. And the resume preparation is the main thing which will have a greater impact. I have seen most of the people don't have a resumes in a rangoli type of things. I have seen people are fully extreme type and full not in between. One person is making only resumes with only where he has born and brought up and he is saying BE and plus one, 10, plus two and all those things. And some people I am seeing in a different things. Other person will use different colors. Right? It will be looking like a rangoli kind of a thing. I'm saying don't go into this one. A simple resume should look like in black and white color and with headings in different colors. You can have a borders or something like that. And don't come with more different your innovations in resumes. And the resume should have a different view. The people who are looking into the resume should first attract before seeing your activities. What are the things you have seen? So if you are creating that impact in resume preparation, I'm sure you will get it into the first door of a big companies. And use online courses for learnings, which I have discussed, like UDMI and Coursera. There are so many details are there, and there are so many webinars which they are giving online at a free of cost. That also you can go and learn it. Computer skill development, which I heard said like MS Project and MS Project, paper presentation, MS PowerPoint, and Excel. If you are good at this one, then even in company you will be shining like anything. Then don'ts. Coming to don'ts, don't restrict to your department subjects. For example, if you are a mechanical student, don't uh, estimate that electrical is not my subject, so I don't want to learn what is mean by motor and why, what is that HP, what is that, all those things, because all any product if you take in your organization or in any company, it is a mix of all those things. And same thing applies for any people. Don't restrict to your department subjects. Try to learn different things. Have discussion with the different departments and try to learn what they have learned and share your learnings with your departments. And don't run away from the opportunities. That is, I want to say, if you have any good opportunities, if you are telling, can you lead as a joint secretary for this event? Accept it and take that opportunity and try to see what are the problems you are having and be attentive in classes. I have seen a lot of people trying to do works in their classes or even in the nowadays online classes. People just put a online and they will do some other work. I'll say, don't do that. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. No one is compelling you to do this kind of activities. If you are attentive in classes, then the basic concept, everything you will learn from there. Or else what happens, you will just read it, mug up it, and just put what you have mug up in the things, in the books and theories. And finally, what happens, you will not know what is the basic concept. For example, if the least count is vernier least count, vernier is the thing which will be used by everyone. Vernier caliper, I mean to say, the vernier caliper which is used for measuring a uh, any item. Same thing like a measuring tape, which is used for measuring length and width. It is used by everyone. So you know, for a measuring tape, the least count is 1/10. There are 10 numbers. But people write in a, for example, if they want to measure 100 mm distance, people write 100.15 mm or 100.12. How is it possible to measure 12 mm? That means people doesn't understand what is meant by least count itself. The basic concept itself people doesn't understand. That is why they write 100.15. How it is possible to measure 15 in measuring tape? It is possible in vernier but not in measuring tape. So this kind of a thing is the basic concept, you should understand it. Okay, coming to the industries, types of industries, and what are the different types of industries which you can which you can see, and what is the level they need from the engineering students, we can see in the next 15 minutes. So there are different sectors which I want to say. One is primary sector, which is mainly manufacturing raw materials like gases or something, naphthalene gases and all those things, and some like plates and casting forgings. Secondary sector is manufacturing and construction. They do the they use the raw materials and they manufacture it and they construct it, and they make a construction and they will give it to the human being usage or to the company requirements. And territory sector is service. Service sector is something which will give service to these two sectors. And last one is the intellectual services, which is I can say IT industries or something like that, which can be come as a IT service sector, or it can be a day-to-day activities they can monitor it, that kind of a services. So this is the major sector, but major thing, major industries also, it can be agri-based industries and the manufacturing based industries and service based, and this is not limited. I'm just saying the overall concept. So in each industries, if you are going, you'll be having different departments: marketing, design and engineering, project management. So once you get placed in company, any engineers who is getting placed in small companies or big companies, they'll go and they'll see what is the different places where I will go, where I have to. If they ask to prepare something, everyone will wonder what are the different varieties, what are the departments are there, and I will go through all the departments which is there, so that you can clearly select according to your requirements. Because you must be interested in some field, but you might have been entered in different field. Okay, then you can accordingly apply in online systems. So different departments, I can say marketing, design and engineering, project management, purchase, manufacturing, quality, and auxiliary services. And even in marketing, you can say business developments, you can have sales, you can have in design and engineering is not limited to this one. They have PTDC, that is product support and product technology development, research and development, and in project management, you have project control, risk analysis, mitigations, and how to mitigate the risks and control. And in purchase department is also called a supply chain group, and it is a order placement, a purchase order group. So there are different names they call it as in each department. In manufacturing, it can be a fabrication department, it can be integration department, it can be a different building department, and in quality, it can be a quality assurance, it can be a quality control, We'll see all those things in detail in the next slides. And auxiliary and services like human resources and the HR department, administration department, painting department, surface treatment department, site support department, stores and logistics. There are variety of departments. So this is the major classified, and you will have a different classifications inside the department also. We will go in detail about that each department, say marketing, design and engineering, and project management. So in marketing, I'll say their main activity is mainly to book orders for any company. They need orders for their growth. So a company sales is determined by how many orders they have booked. So the main utilize responsibility of marketing members. If a person is placed in marketing department, he has to book orders and he has to find a new business opportunity. He has to know more about their company product. For a person in L&T or in Tata, he should know Reliance or something like that. He should know what is his company product it is, and what are the business opportunity they have, and what is the international opportunity they have. So he has to go and meet their customer, and they have to find their problems, and can we give solutions to them. So these are all the responsibilities they have. And meeting the sales target, because the senior levels they give a target. This year the company will make a profit, will plan for a profit of 1000 crores, or order booking of 50,000 crores, order booking of 50,000 crores. So 50,000 crores this that year they have to do it. So that is the activity they have, and they have to get a customer survey and feedback for the product supplied. And design and engineering, design and engineering being in that department, I will say it is little what I can say main department which gives supports to all other departments, because of which the full product will get moved from start to end. In people in design and engineering, they have to get a design input from the customers, which will be given by marketing team. What is the requirement from the customer side? Okay, they need something, this kind of a problem they're facing. Okay, then they will go to the R&D. They will have a separate research and development department, where they will, okay, what are the things we can do, how the activity can be produced, and the product support, what they can provide. And after manufacturing, what is the support they need, they have to provide. And all engineering activities they have to support it. All engineering activities includes making the drawing and providing the bill of materials, what is the item they have to procure, raw material, what they have to procure, after procuring raw material, how they have to cut it. For example, if I want to make a chair, then they have to procure a wood. Then they have to, I say, a wooden chair, a wooden chair with four legs. I have to procure, I have to make the design, I have to know what is the load, and what is the width, what is the height they need, what is the facility they need. So all those things I will make, and I will give you a drawing to the members. And the project management is the another main thing which supports the projects. They will manage the projects, they will have discuss with marketing, design, all departments, and they will totally schedule the project, and they will control the project. They will say design is going little late, you have to improve your productivity, you have to increase your manpower. The actual planned date is 2 months, but you are giving it is more than 2 months. But that kind of follow up and monitoring, and they will analyze the risk. So all this done by project management team. Purchase, manufacturing, and quality. In purchase department, once design has given the requirements, they will go for the raw material purchase, and they will also look for subcontracting that items, and they have to meet the budgeted cost, because the customer has given, I want a chair for a rupees of, for example, for 500 rupees. Then they cannot purchase a raw material more than 500 rupees. It should be less than 200, something like that, because after purchasing it needs manufacturing. So all those budget cost has to be monitored, and they have to save something. So all these things will be done by the purchase department, and we have supply chain groups and all those things in purchase department. And in manufacturing department, they have to do the cutting of the wood, and they have to fabricate it. If it is a steel chair, then they have to weld it, they have to provide some bearings or something like that, and the welding. So there will be different categories are that, and they have to assemble it, and they have to integrate it, and they have to check whether the chair is working properly or not, and the function is proper or not, and whether the total their manpower they have spent. For example, if the cost of the chair customer has given 500 rupees is the order value, I'm saying just for example, 500 rupees, and the purchase cost is 100 rupees, and the manufacturing cost is around 200 rupees, and design and engineering manufacturing cost is around something 100 rupees. So total everything including, if it is something within 400, then 100 rupees is the total profit to the organization. If everyone is increasing more cost, then the profit will get reduced. Same thing comes for quality. They have to check whether the customer requirement, okay, they said four legs, okay, whether the four legs are there, okay, they have asked for woods, whether the four woods are there. So they will check whether all those things which is specified by the customer and the design department has been taken care or not, and the testing and trials has been done or not. Auxiliary service department is something which I can say that is a human resource department. They have a full manpower management for all the problems which they are facing with the juniors, seniors. They have to see under working manpower, and they have to make policies, guidelines, and the administration department for the full plant and maintenance, and surface treatment for painting of jobs, and for the item whatever they are procuring that has to be stored, there is a stores department. For logistic, for transporting the chairs and all those things, so there is a logistic department. So site support, like after supply of items to customer, or service department. So there are so many things are there. So these are all the auxiliary department which will support the main projects which I have discussed earlier. So for all this skill, what is the skill requirement? If you see, for where design and engineering, you need more skill set. But this is my view. It may change from person to person. This is my view. More skill is required in design and engineering, and more knowledge about academics, more knowledge about latest technology is required. And the market, and a person with more knowledge in field in this, then that department will shine like anything. So our people always prefer more knowledge in all the departments. But as a technical field, I will say in design and engineering, it is more concentrated, and it will be very less in quality and auxiliary services, and in purchase. And small industry to corporate industry, which once the engineering students get into the small industry, then they'll have a, then they can look for a bigger industry, or if they're satisfied with the small industry, then they can come go with the small industry. Then what are all the different things you will face when you are going from small industry to bigger industries, corporate industries? Change in responsibility, you can see more opportunities will be there, more experience in small domain you will have, concentrated or specialist in specific department you will be there. And there will be more levels. In small industry you will be a full shop floor in charge, but in a big in a company you cannot be a full in charge, you will be a specific domain in charge. And there will be different cadres, different engineers. There will be a deputy general manager, there will be general manager, there will be joint general manager, senior general manager, and manager, executive engineer, engineer, senior engineer, assistant manager. So there are so many things, and more manpower will be there, and you will be having a more rules and more policy in big companies. You have to follow the rules, and you have to follow the policies, dress codes, and everything. Opportunities after engineering, which I want to say, one is the campus. People can think, but other than campus, I want to say careers in website. You can go to the website, and you can see there is a career options in each website, where each student can go and see the uh, email id. There you can send that your resume to that person, so that can really help you. There are so many companies in India, so you can go to their website, company website, and search the career column, and you can send the resume to them. And there are job search website is there, like Naukri.com and so many things. And look for more walk-in interview, where you, because walk-in interview is the thing where you can directly place, and because people normally keep walk-in interview for immediate requirements. So if there is walk-in interview, please go. I will say whether it whatever it may be, because it will really, yeah, help you to immediate placements. And start with small industry. Don't wait for I will wait till I will get a bigger job. Say I will go only if I place in Infosys. I will go only if I place in TCS. Don't wait for a bigger country. Even if you have got a small industry, start with that small industry. And in the starting, don't look for salary. That is the main thing. First 5 years you should learn, then only you can shine like anything. Understand the process. Start with small company, understand the process, and decide your project. Whenever you join to the company, then decide it what is your path and what are the thing. Learn the latest technology in your field. Take each and every opportunity which we have discussed. Be innovative. Don't try to do the things in the same way. Try to do it differently, but within the company rules and policies. And don't procrastinate your work, and be on time. Learn every day. Maintain your diary systems. So, last thing which I want to tell about my experience sharing about myself, as I said, I started as a very small company as a small short line automation. Being a college topper, I never looked for a bigger profiles, but I thought I learned few things. I started my job in Bombay, Mumbai. I came here, then I started doing small jobs in the company. I accepted all the opportunities, and I never said no. Even if it is a small work, they will say you have to remove this one. You have to, because in when you are entering in the small companies, you have to do all the works. So do that work and accept it and try to learn every day. I started because in the small company only you will try to learn everything bigger, so many things in the smaller companies, and you will have a bigger profile. Then you try to find analyze and try to find, okay, what is my plan and what is my path, and find a suitable path for you. Then apply for that and search for it, and what is the new path requires. For example, when I was doing my working in my companies, most of the people were looking for wildfire in 2005. At the time, Pro-E wildfire was the thing. So at the time, I know only Pro-E, but I never learned about the wildfire. So okay, I have to learn wildfire. So what I did, after my office hours, I used to go for a wildfire classes, a Pro-E wildfire, that is a 3D design software. So I learned that one. Then immediately during learning itself, I got placed there because I know that software. So that kind of a thing really help you. Once you get placed, then try to go with your bosses, enjoy your moment, take all the opportunities, and learn every day. And try to learn every day. And the photo which I are seeing is the photo which I have taken along with our defense minister Rajnath Singh, and our AM Naik, who is our managing, who is our main person and group chairman, and he is our senior executive VP and whole-time director JD Patel, and all my seniors, and I am here, Nachiyappan. And this is the most of the thing which I can say. And one of the photo which I have missed was with along with my Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He came 1 year before. At the time I was not there. I missed the photo with him. But this year we took it along with our Rajnath Singh, Defense Minister. So there are so many projects which we are working for defense. So that really put knowledge to my thing. That is the thing. And finally, I want to thank management, Secretary Dr. Sister Yesu Tangam, and Principal Dr. R. Arogya Das, and R&D Coordinator Dr. Sister Anita, and R&D cell members and all participants. Then last, it will not be fair if I am not thanking my friend Mr. Saravanan, who is associate professor here, who is my college mate. Uh, and after college, I came here. We used to have still maintain a relationship, and we are in good contact with all the members. And thank you everyone for your things. And finally, I want to say every next level of your life will demand a different you, and don't settle with what you have learned today. Try to achieve a different thing. That is I want to say. Yeah, I'm done. Any questions?
Dear participants, if you have any queries, kindly post it in the chat box. Dear participants, if you have any queries, kindly post it in the chat box. No queries. Participants, if you have any queries, Yeah, the first query from Vijay. What is the quality we need while entering a company? Sir, the first
So
query
yeah,
is what is the quality we need while entering a company? Thank you,
yeah.
Vijay.
I'll say, see, whenever you are entering company, first step is your academic marks. That is the first quality you need it. So without your academic marks, you cannot enter into any company. So your academic marks will really help. That is the first stone. But there are so many stones to enter. So the first stone, if you are very clear and you have scored very well, then that will really help. Then the second stone will be, I will say, you have to learn lot of things. Industrial knowledge, you should have more industrial knowledge by going to in-plant trainings, and you should go to do latest technologies, digitalizations, online courses. So industry knowledge you should have. And the third thing, projects, you should be very clear about the projects which you should, whatever you have done. So that is the three main quality which is required.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Any other queries? If you have any queries, kindly post it in chat box. Okay, sir. Shall we
Yeah.
conclude this?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, okay. This is the time for out of thanks. Every time we remember to say thank you, we experience nothing less than the heaven on earth. Once again, a warm evening to everyone gathered here for the webinar on engineering to industry conducted by the Research and Development Cell of St. Anne's College of Engineering and Technology. I deem it a great privilege to have been asked to extend a vote of thanks in this occasion. I express my heartfelt gratitude to God who has blessed us with gift of life. At the first instance, I would like to thank our Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Y. Esutangam, and our Principal, Dr. R. Arokyadas, for their constant support and motivation for conducting this webinar. We are all inspired by the gracious presence of Mr. R. Nachiyappan. The way he conducted the webinar was very informative and practically very useful to us. On behalf of entire fraternity of management, faculty, and students, and on my own behalf, extend to you, sir, a very hearty vote of thanks to you.
Thank you.
I would like to thank the this opportunity to thank Reverend Sister Dr. A. Anita, Coordinator Research and Development Cell, for her unstinted support and guidance, and all the Research and Development Cell members who organized this event in a successful manner. I wholeheartedly thank all the participants and my dear students for attending this webinar. Let me once again reiterate that without you all, we will never have the courage to dream and the patience to make it happen. So, once again, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Some instructions to the participants. Participants are instructed to verify your own details and then fill the feedback form. Details in the e-certificate cannot be altered once submitted. Then you may receive your e-certificate in your registered email ID. Feedback link is posted in the chat box. So verify your own details and then fill the feedback form. Details in the e-certificate cannot be altered once submitted. After that, you may receive your e-certificate in your registered mail ID. Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants. We'll wind up the session.